Well, if you have a dog, I'm sure that on occasion you go, what is going on in that dog's mind? Well, today we have two guests, and they are dog trainers, and they do some behavior modification, and they're with Forward, and then there's another organization that you represent, which is the Canine, what is it? Wait, I'm sorry.
Rising Canine.
Rising Canine, right.
Yep.
So let's talk about, first of all, let's start with our first guest, Jeannie Oakley. And she is with Forward. What do you guys do besides have fun with dogs?
Well, we do have a lot of fun with dogs, but we spent the last few years really developing our own training model. And we're trained and we were certified through Animal Behavior College. And it was a good foundation to give us a working knowledge of how to work with dogs. But we found out that both models that are out there don't work. So Heather and I have spent years implementing our own training model, which is really built on building what we call synergy between owner and dog. You're better at describing the definition of synergy than I am, but basically what it means is you want to be able to build a circuitry, so to speak, between owner and dog. In other words, everybody is connected. They're connected energetically, and you learn how to communicate with the dogs through energy and body language, not so much in human psychology. So when you take a look at both training models, you have the treat-based training model, which is basically what you'll find in like local pet stores and things like that, and it doesn't work. And then you have your compulsion-based or your punishment-based training models, which says punish the dog for doing something wrong. And that model doesn't work either because both models rely on the assumption that the dog has an intellectual mind, meaning that they know the difference between right and wrong and that they can decide a behavior or not a behavior in the future, and they can't. So our model is completely different.
It's interesting because I had a German Shepherd, and whenever he did something kind of wrong, we'd say, go sit in the corner. And he would go sit in the corner. And one day I was yelling at my daughter, and he heard me yelling, and he ran over and sat in the corner. So, he's kind of was in tune to what was going on. We never punished him because I don't think that works.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
No.
You can kind of, if you speak firmly, then he goes, oh, no, I did something wrong, And the treat-based, I think if you're trying to get him to do a trick,
Yes.
the treat it probably works for that. Heather, what is your model? Or how do you?
It's the same. We both have our separate businesses, but we do everything together. So it's the same model. But to go back to what you said about your German Shepherd went in the corner because of your energy. Because of the energy that you had, he went in the corner. So it didn't matter behaviorally speaking what he did or didn't do.
No, he just heard
felt
me.
the energy, and he knew go in the corner.
It made me laugh though because I said, "You didn't do anything wrong, Rufus."
And that's what we've done is we work with a pack of 25 plus dogs 5 days a week. So we're just in a pack of dogs all the time, and through their body language and how they interact is really the foundations for what gave us this model based on energy and body language.
It's really nice. Now you're going to be able to meet people, right? You're having a thing at Country Acres or something.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Well, the date we gave you was wrong, so it's going to be.
Wrong date. What's the right date?
It's going to be Saturday, June 7th.
Okay, and I'll change that when we put it on Facebook.
But basically, we're going to be there from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And we're going to be doing free temperament evaluations, which for any program, any service you get through us, you need a temperament evaluation for. So we're going to be doing free temperament evaluations, informational boosts. We're going to be doing demonstrations, how we accomplish leash work really quickly with your dog, get you to follow your dog. So yeah, it's no charge.
Do you think that different breeds have different personalities? I always feel that they may, but I think the owners have a lot more to do with their personality.
That's very true. It's what we call nature versus nurture.
Yeah.
So during the temperament evaluations, we are able to tell you what your dog's true temperament is, which is more based on breed, the environment, and then you have the nurture is what did the human do, is the easiest way to put it, is how the dog interacts with the humans, because the humans are the ones that give all of the information to the dog. And there's a difference between dog psychology and human psychology, and we need to teach that first before we bring dogs and start teaching them obedience. That is where training models fail. Most models out there will say, come into a 6 or 8 week obedience course and you're going to learn, and we're going to clicker train, or we're going to treat train, or we're going to show you how to discipline your dog. But if you have not built that foundation, that relationship with your dog is not going to listen to you, because your dog doesn't trust you. And your dog also doesn't feel that you can communicate with them. They are always communicating with energy and body language.
Yeah, that's what they do.
And if we don't hear them, they won't try to communicate back with us. They will take it upon themselves to do behaviors.
Yeah, it's interesting. I wish I had known you earlier, because I had a beagle that failed and got kicked out of an obedience class. I mean, how can that be? I said, what do you mean? They said, there's nothing we can do with this dog. It's like, oh no, and he's such a nice dog. So I should have known you then.
And that could have been something just as simple as the beagle was allowed to meet humans and meet other dogs on leash. Very simple. Humans and other dogs on leash represent overexcitement.
I know.
So now you bring it into a class, and he does what he was taught to do by humans. I get overexcited, and
I'm on
the
the leash. Oh yeah, we're gonna do this. Yeah,
bring me closer to the people.
That might be.
So that is why the classes will fail, and that is why our model, everything starts with a temperament evaluation.
Got kicked out of obedience.
We hear a lot of that, and the dogs come in, and the dogs are just absolutely fine for us.
Yeah.
And if there's, one really good way to get through to the owners is for us to take the dogs and for us to be able to show them in a matter of 5 minutes, with or without the Huskies, the dogs are acting just fine.
Well, you can find out more about this by going over to Country Acres, and that's on June 7th. And where's Country Acres? That's in where?
It's Burn Hills.
Burn Hills. Okay, I know where that is. Sure, I know exactly. Check it out, because bring the dog, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
bring the dog.
Yes.